Chapter 3: Human Resources and Organization. Corporate Culture. Initial Dialogue.
How did the pre-investment committee go?
I can't believe it. They came up with 100 reasons why we shouldn't do this project.
Why? All the numbers were good, and your scenario is perfect as far as I can tell.
It's not the numbers or the scenario.
Tell me exactly what happened.
For one thing, they seem to think I am too young to propose a project like this, to say nothing of running the new venture.
That's ridiculous. What else did they say?
They said they have never done anything like this before, so we should avoid it at all costs. One of them even picked on small typos.
Wow, I can't believe it.
What do you think?
I think you might be dealing with something deep-rooted here.
Deep-rooted?
Yes, I think it's this company's corporate culture.
Culture, huh?
MBA Lecture, Corporate Culture. Just like countries, every company in the world has its own values, beliefs, and norms of behavior, which makes up its corporate culture. Many business deals never succeed because of the failure of companies to recognize the importance of corporate culture in assessing risk, making decisions, and rewarding performance. This is especially true when it comes to M&A, merger and acquisition situations, where post-merger integration may require dealing with entirely different or even incompatible cultures. Although each company is unique, many cultural factors are influenced by the country in which it is based. For this reason, many Japanese companies tend to be a bit more risk-averse than their Western counterparts, meaning they may be willing to accept a lower return for safer investments. Decisions also tend to take longer due to the focus on building consensus, nemoashi. Finally, although changing, Japanese organizations still put a greater emphasis on seniority, the feeling being that those with more experience tend to make better decisions.
Corporate Culture. Application Dialogue.
How was the investment committee?
Oh, Mr. Martin was fantastic.
I bet he knew his numbers inside out. He also gave his usual convincing speech about how this project is a perfect fit for the overall corporate goals, right?
Right.
So, it was a smooth ride all the way through, huh?
Not quite. They used the same old tricks, but this time they were a bit more formal and tactful.
What did they say?
In a nutshell, they said we have never done this in the past, and we don't have adequate knowledge or experience with that country.
Did they also say that you were too young?
In a roundabout but unmistakable way, yes.
What did Mr. Martin say?
Boy, was he mad. He said the risk-averse culture of this company is going to stifle us to death. He said none of the reasons against this proposal were good enough.
Yeah.
He also said if the top management wants this company to go anywhere in the next century, we must change so that innovation and risk-taking are encouraged. He even said the management should give an opportunity to a young aggressive guy like me. He finally said if this project doesn't succeed, he would be personally responsible.
He said that? How did you feel?
Impressed is putting it mildly. I was touched. I am determined to make this project a success, not just for me, but also for the company and for Mr. Martin.
I will give you all the help you need too, John.
Performance-based system. Initial dialogue.
I thought I would see a happy face now that your project has been officially okayed. But you look down.
Do I?
Come on, Jun. Keep your chin up.
I guess I could try.
You work so hard for it. All you have to do now is go ahead with it, right? Get the right people and...
That's it. Getting the right people.
You must be joking. There are plenty of good people in this company. I'm sure many of them would be happy to work on your project.
It's not as simple as that.
Okay. What's the problem?
I talked to some of the guys who I think would be good for this project. They all said it's an interesting project, but they are not committing themselves.
Why do you think that is?
I asked one of them. He said his plate was full with what he's got already.
Is that it?
And he said, why should he have to work more than he has to, especially when he knows he won't get paid any more for working on this project?
I see. Maybe I have an idea.
Oh, yeah?
MBA lecture, performance-based system. As an illustration, let's take a look at a salesman in the U.S. and compare him with his counterpart in Japan. A salesman in the U.S. meets and exceeds his quota, goal, by 40% for the third consecutive year. He gets a big performance bonus, a large raise in his base salary, and a promotion to sales manager. A salesman in Japan does the same thing and gets a pat on the back, maybe, and a desk closer to his boss. He's too young yet to be considered for promotion, and his bonus raise has been predetermined by his age and job function. But the good thing is that he's confident of having a job with the same company for the remainder of his life. The U.S. salesman may lose his job if he doesn't continue to perform well in the future. This is essentially the difference between performance and seniority-based systems. Seniority-based system versus performance-based system. For many years, Japanese have built their economic fortunes on the seniority system. This system placed greater emphasis on age and experience when determining pay and promotion opportunities. It also implicitly, by informal understanding, guaranteed lifetime employment for all workers. Surprisingly, this system was actually based on some of the practices of major U.S. corporations such as IBM during the post-war period. On the other hand, a performance-based system emphasizes results. Pay and promotion is based largely on individual merit, accomplishments. As a result, many younger people hold key positions in companies and make large salaries. However, this system also punishes individual failure. An often heard phrase in companies is, "What have you done for me lately?" Lifetime employment guarantees don't exist, and frequent company changes are common. Advantages of a performance-based system. Rewards high achievers, encourages risk-taking, attracts top talent. Disadvantages of a performance-based system. Focuses on the short term, de-emphasizes group efforts, leads to higher employee turnover.
Performance-based system. Application dialogue.
But Mr. Evans, I need these people, and I need them under a different pay system.
What you are saying is totally outrageous. I've got a system to run, and I will not tolerate any deviation from it.
You were at the investment committee meeting. Remember what Mr. Martin said? We have to be more innovative and risk-taking.
What he said is good in theory, but how are we going to do it? We are a tradition-bound company.
But you think what he said is good. I can't believe you are saying that.
Well, there are all kinds of problems I can see. Why rock the boat?
Mr. Evans, I will show you how it works. I am proposing a project team. The people I am going to ask for will leave their current assignments temporarily. They will become my team members. I would also like to use a performance-based pay system.
Why performance-based?
This is a totally new business. I need committed professionals who are self-driven and not afraid of taking risks, and who would be rewarded for doing so.
Well, that would be highly unusual.
Mr. Evans, I recall you yourself trying to introduce a performance-based compensation system some time ago.
Indeed, I was shot down from all directions.
This is an opportunity to prove that it works and is exactly what this organization needs.
All right, I will talk to the Senior VP of Administration.
Thank you, Mr. Evans.
Maybe I'll be thanking you.